Did Canada quietly reclaim control of its food power? A $780 billion wake-up call? My dear Canadians, this video is to make you proud that my nation is truly great. It can feed half the world with its grain production. Big Brother has been exploiting us through, and you have been quietly getting raped, rather kept enjoying it. While headlines are dominated by tariffs, threats, and political noise, a far more important shift may be happening quietly beneath the surface. Canada has been strengthening Arctic trade infrastructure and rerouting portions of its grain, fertilizer, and potash exports northward, reducing dependence on US railways and ports. What looks like a logistical adjustment is in fact a strategic awakening. For decades, Canada supplied the world with food and agricultural inputs, but much of that trade moved through American controlled infrastructure. US railways, ports, and transit systems handled Canadian grain, fertilizer, and potash, giving Washington leverage over flows Canada produced but did not fully control. This dependence allowed the United States to benefit enormously, while often treating Canada as a junior partner rather than an equal. The renewed focus on Arctic corridors, particularly the Port of Churchill, signals a change. By developing northern routes, Canada reduces exposure to US bottlenecks, tariffs, political pressure, and sudden policy shocks. Arctic shipping offers shorter and more direct access to Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, especially as seasonal ice continues to recede. What was once seen as remote is becoming central. Here is the number Canadians should understand and appreciate. Analysts estimate that the cumulative value of grain, fertilizer, and potash trade that could move through these routes over the next decade may reach as much as $780 billion. This is not a single contract, it is long-term trade power. It represents food security leverage, pricing influence, and strategic independence. So why did Washington barely react? Because this shift did not come with slogans or confrontation. Canada did not announce a break, it quietly diversified. Real power does not always shout, it prepares. This matters because recent US behavior has exposed a hard truth. Despite Canada's enormous contribution to North American prosperity, the relationship has increasingly been treated as transactional. Tariffs, pressure, and dismissive language have replaced respect. Canada has learned that dependence can be exploited. Is this a trade war? No, it is something more mature. It is self-respect. Food, fertilizer, and potash are not ordinary exports. They are strategic assets. Canada is one of the few nations on earth that controls them at scale. Canadians should be proud. This moment is not about hostility. It is about recognizing our strength, reclaiming control, and never again underestimating our own country. Quiet confidence, not confrontation, is how nations endure. My clarion call to you is just realize your strength and work hard to and remove our weakness on Big Brother. Otherwise, you will never be respected in the eyes of American high ups. God bless you all, and Canada become that great it deserves to be.